I'm filming.
So, hi guys. It's Denny Daniel doing another apartment show, and I'm doing it for
Matthias.
Mom.
And his mom. Yeah.
And his mom. She just flew in from Elizabeth, who flew in from Germany. And believe it or not, her son flew in from California so that they'd meet in New York just to see the Museum of Interesting Things apartment. Well, okay, to see New York. But I'm one of the stops on this tour of New York she's going through. And he had seen the museum a couple of months prior and decided to bring his mom here. And of course, we have to do the tradition of opening new acquisitions. So his mom is going to open up her very first new acquisition for the Museum of Interesting Things. Now, the way I do this is when I was a little boy, I'm born here, they used to do shell games on 42nd Street, where you'd have 3 shells from, let's say, a walnut. And they would put a quarter. They'd put a quarter underneath the shells, and you would underneath one, and they would move the shells around like this, and you were supposed to guess which shell has the quarter. And if you guessed which one, you won, $10 or something like that. Now I do it the same way. I mix up the boxes, and then you get to pick one of the boxes to open. But the only difference between this and a 42nd Street shell game is no quarter. Sorry, you don't win a quarter. But you do get to open up a new acquisition. So I mix them up like this, and then you pick a box to open, any box. That one? Yeah, excellent. So let's move these out of the way so we have room. And basically, you just open the box. I'm so glad your mom knows to cut the direction away from me and her. That's a mom. I also love that she talks to herself in German.
Oh.
It's so much fun. It's so cool to hear. Don't cut your fingers. Oh, you open sneakers? No. So take that out. I'm sure your mom opened up high-top sneakers. Sounds about right. That's cheating, so we'll put that aside. I do see sneakers. Why is the sneakers? I didn't buy sneakers. Why is this sneakers? She really did open up sneakers. Wait a second, is this somebody else in my building? The doorman gave me the wrong package. That's so funny. It's a blooper. One of our first bloopers. Yeah, this belongs to my neighbor. Who's probably wondering where their Christmas gift is. Although this was sent way before Christmas. That is so freaking funny. I cannot get over it. I was kidding that it was sneakers, and it really was sneakers. We've never filmed a blooper. In all the time we're doing this, we've never filmed an actual blooper. We've gotten bloopers opened, and I don't think I have footage of an actual blooper. That is so funny. And of all the people, your mom picked a blooper. That is great. That's kind of cool, because you work in the film industry. So she's doing the behind the scenes.
In a sense, yes.
This is kind of a behind the scenes. So as you know, there's an irony with everyone who opens a package. So for someone to open a package that happened to be a blooper, and also have a son who works behind the scenes, that's kind of cool. But that allows her to open a second package.
Heißt Blooper sowas wie Fehlsendung? Oder
Ja, genau.
So you get to pick from one of these two. I mix them up like this again. That's my mixing. So pick a package, any package.
This time make sure it says Danny.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Are you sure
This
that it is really
That is
for
a
you?
real package. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you have to go with your heart.
Mhm.
So we're gonna open this one, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see if we
I
should
think
open from the
it-
front. Yeah, you
it's
can open from the
easier.
front. So just
Yeah,
cut across
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Clearly it's fragile. I think you're more fragile, so make sure you don't cut yourself. That is so funny, she opened sneakers. And like colorful fun sneakers. I could see your mom wearing those, yeah. That's great. Let me help you with this. Yeah, I'll help you.
It should be taped off. There you go.
Oh, you're gonna love these.
Ah.
These end up everywhere. Hopefully not in my cat's belly. Interesting. Usually by now I can guess. I have no clue. Looks really cool. Else in there? Nope. That's it. There's 2 items. So move the box away.
Packed very well. That is looking
Wow.
old.
This is a very
That
interesting
is-
item. Ironically, Germans are known for, you know, their Oktoberfest
Yes.
alcohol. They're known for very good alcohol. And this is very special. This is probably one of the only times you'll get a chance to touch something like this. You know, in America, we had an era called Prohibition.
Yeah.
This is original Prohibition alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
These are original bottles from the Prohibition era.
Uh-huh.
And this is great
Where
that you
have
opened
you
this.
seen it? Where have you seen it? That you could.
I actually know some dealers that deal with this.
Soon.
So I managed to find this and had it flown
Mhm.
in. My bartender actually deals in Prohibition liquor and Prohibition prescriptions and things like that. But this is a very special brand. It's apparently a very, very famous brand called Old Grandad in the original box. So everybody watching right now is laughing, going, a German opens up bottles of whiskey. Yeah. I think that's about right.
Prohibition,
From Prohibition, no less.
no, is there still some liquor in it?
Yeah,
Like tiny
there's
residue?
a tiny residue of liquor in there.
I see.
If you're thirsty, you can have some.
I
Clearly for medicinal purposes.
I don't drink really, but
Yeah, I'm not really much of a drinker either, but you'll notice that back then it's like medical marijuana.
Yeah, I have seen it.
Where it says,
Yeah.
for medicinal purposes.
Excerpt from medicinal.
In the original box and everything too, which is amazing.
But this is a little bit. It's not so nice.
Yeah, somebody was drunk when they opened it. Clearly.
Uh-huh. There's the rest of the.
Yeah, the rest of the packaging.
Mhm.
Yeah, I actually managed to get 2 bottles of this,
Mhm.
which is very hard to get, especially Old Grandad. To get a famous brand is almost impossible. Now, I noticed you mentioned that there's some alcohol in here, right?
Mhm.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was a lot of alcohol in there? Would you want to see one with lots of alcohol?
Hmm?
I actually have an original sealed bottle. You want to see it?
yeah.
Okay, so stay right there. You can hang out. I'm going to bring it in. This I hardly ever get a chance to show.
Fancy. Das ist so etwas wirklich zu erwerben wird.
Now this is another very famous brand. So my bartender, when she saw this, she said, "Oh my God, I didn't even know they were around that long."
Oh,
But this is,
it's not as old, I think.
oh no, it says old.
Yeah?
Yep, 1920, or
Uh-huh.
like around 1918 or so, 1919, at most 1920. Prohibition started around 1918, 1919, something like that. So this is old Overholt whiskey, and this bottle
It's full.
is full. It's never opened.
Nearly.
Not near. This is evaporation. This is sealed, never opened.
Uh-huh.
So just a little bit of it evaporated.
Hmm.
And it says right on the box, for medicinal use. So now I have another bottle in the kitchen. So I have 3 bottles that are opened and empty, and I have 2 bottles that are full, never opened. I have another bottle in the kitchen. So altogether, we now have 5 bottles of Prohibition whiskey. How cool is that?
But do you think you can drink it?
Do you want to
No.
try?
No.
Good, I'm glad she doesn't want to try.
I only wanted to know.
Well, you know, there's
whether,
no-
this can be spoiled, or
Well- Nowadays, we have expiration dates,
uh-huh.
and back then they didn't, so I'm sure it's good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Because
Now
I was-
it has no expiration
Rare.
date, but I think if you drank
There's
it, you'd expire.
wines from that vintage that are sold for
True, yeah.
thousands of dollars. So I think this
You could, I probably wouldn't try. It probably was, probably back then it would kill you. Now
yeah.
it definitely kill you. Because they used to put all sorts of crazy stuff in these things. But this was actually a big company. So they were actually a very good company and it's bonded and marked by the government. It actually has all the government paperwork.
Wait, I thought it's from Prohibition. Why does it have government paperwork?
Because if you were selling this, then it had to be medicine. It was for medicinal purposes.
Oh.
So the government had to approve the alcohol content and the use and everything. And then you had to have an actual prescription to get one of these. And I don't know if I have a
So which
prescription.
ones of these are legal and which ones are
All
like?
of them are legal.
Oh, okay.
All of this
Yeah,
is
they-
legal medicinal
Do you
prohibition.
something, something like which was illegal during the Prohibition?
Yes, I have a whiskey still. I do have a Prohibition whiskey still, and I don't have here the prescriptions, but if you go on, for you guys watching, if you go on the website, you'll see our prescription for Prohibition liquor. And you'd have to have a doctor fill out this prescription, and they're very ornate. They're actually very beautiful, these prescriptions. And you'd fill out a prescription, and it would say you have a headache, or a cough, or a cold, and you'd pick up. Clearly you need a bottle of whiskey for your cold. So yeah, I get to have fun for a living. But it's so ironic that she flew in from Germany. How long ago? What was it?
2 days ago.
2 days ago, she flew in from Germany,
Yeah.
and look, now you
Soon.
have perfect good liquor for yourself, whiskey. All right, bye guys.